Be making basics.
All right, so the next thing we want to make sure that you do is export all your files as audio files, okay? So in order to do that, you want to make sure that first off, everything is named properly. So you name everything properly here. It's very simple. Just double click, and then you can type it in, okay? After you do that, you want to make sure that everything correlates over here. So meaning that, for instance, how you can see this bass right here, you see how this says bass synth? You want this to say the same thing as you see over here. So in order to do that, a quick way would be to select all. So you click right here in the open space and then push Command A, and then you can right click on one of the regions and then scroll down to name regions by track. And you see how quickly that switched everything off. So I'm gonna push Command Z to undo, and I'm gonna show you a quicker way to do this. Instead of having to right click and everything like that, you can push Option, Shift, and the letter N. And it does the same thing, okay? So that's the first step to this, okay? The next thing you want to do is bring the playhead to the beginning, and then go to File, and then go to Export. And when you go to Export, you can go All Tracks as audio files. All right? I would create a folder. You can name it whatever. I'm gonna say Justice Premix track out. All right. And you want to make sure that you bounce these down as WAV files. Okay. 24-bit. Now you can also use AIFF files, but just use WAV files. I mean, it's the same thing, really. WAV files and AIFF files are the same thing. AIFF files are Apple's computer's version of a WAV file, whatever. They're the same thing, but just do a WAV file. Bounce that down. Make sure none of these things are hit here, and then just push Save. Now, while this is bouncing down, what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain why we need to export your files as audio files instead of just going ahead and mixing everything as it is right here. Okay, the reason why you want to do that is because it's going to free up more processing power on your computer to analyze, your tracks. Okay, and what I mean by that is when you have these different MIDI files that have all these different plugins and things like that, it's harder for your computer to process the data. Okay, but when you have it in a tangible form such as an audio file, all of the data is compacted and compressed within that particular file, and it makes it easier for your computer and your program to, work with that particular file. So that's why you want to do that. That's the kind of more technical aspect of things, but for the most part, just make sure you do that, okay? All right, so we're back and everything is exported. You can kind of make sure here. I'm gonna go to Finder, and I'm going to go to my desktop, and we'll find where we have, the Justice Mix Pre. Okay, so as you can see here, we have all of our different WAV files, and it's important to have that there. In the next lecture, we're going to be going over one last step before in the production phase of things, and we'll go from there.